Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing another food haul. It's going to be a Lidl's food haul, as well as reviewing a few items that I found there and comparing a few items, comparing the prices with Morrisons, which is our usual shop. So what I'm going to do is, first off, I'm going to get everything out of the fridge and freezer because I did buy a bit, get it all out, show you guys what we bought and also the price, and then next to it I'm going to put the price of the equivalent, what we'd usually get in Morrisons. I have no idea if it's going to be cheaper or not. I'm hoping it is, but yeah, this is just an experiment for me and my family to see if buying stuff from Lidl would be better off for us, would be worth it. I'm not good with words. I've also got some coffee that I'm going to try, so I obviously need it because I can't speak. Yeah, so let's just jump straight into it. I think I've said everything I need to do. Maybe I'll just quickly talk you through my experience this morning with Lidl. So I left here at 6:30 or 20 to 7, got there for open, so it was nice and quiet because I don't know about you guys, but I just feel so anxious and uncomfortable when there's loads of people about these days. I think the pandemic and everything didn't help with that. So I like to get places as soon as they're open when it's really quiet, so it's just sort of me and a few other people, and then I can sort of really pay attention to what I'm doing rather than feeling uncomfortable. So I did that, went in first thing, got a little basket. And then I filled it up and I was like, oh my god, where are the trolleys? I think I've been there once and I don't really remember where trolleys were. Apparently they're all outside. So I then had to leave my full basket, walk back outside, couldn't figure out how to get out. So I had to wait for someone to come in to then quickly slip out the indoor. It was, yeah. As you can see, I fail with the most simple of tasks. Yeah, so I ended up getting a trolley, filled that up, and I've got so much food. And the total was actually so much less than I thought, so that's really exciting. It's going to be interesting. What I'll do is I'll go on Morrisons online and I'll put in my basket everything that I bought today, or the equivalent, and then we can see the total, so how much it would have cost in Morrisons. And obviously I'll break that down as well. I mean, mainly for me, but I'm sure someone out there will find it interesting just to see the price difference on a few different things. So let's get to it. I'm going to show you what I've got and then we'll do some comparisons, some testing. I've got some bakery items, which I'm excited to do. So yeah, just a bit of a mixture one today, but I really wanted to do a proper solid review of Lidl and compare it to our usual supermarket. Okay, I'm going to stop talking now because I'm really tired. And I'm going to switch the camera around so you don't have to look at my ugly face. And yeah, let's show you what I bought. It's a bit of a mixture, I'm not going to lie. We've got some essentials and then some snacky bits. Just things that we usually buy that might be treats as well, just to see out of comparison. I got a little bit more Ben & Jerry's, I'm not going to lie. Last time it was so good. I finished the tub last night, so I thought, stuff it, let's just get more. And then I found a Lidl's own, or an own brand version, and I was like, well, we definitely got to get both and test them side by side. So we've got cookie dough Mouphoria, which is Ben & Jerry's, and then we've got cookie dough, this other non-branded one or something, which was a quarter of the price or something stupid. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow when I'm off after lunch or something. So right, sorry, I'll stop talking, let's go. Okay guys, this is everything I got, and the total came to only $38.62, which is kind of crazy. Show you the receipt. How insane is that? And £10 of it is that chicken. So everything else was what? $26.82. Madness. So we're going to start with the frozen stuff, chilled stuff, and then I'll put that stuff away and then we'll just show you all of the pantry items and stuff. Sorry, I've got a sore throat. Again, I'm sick. Obviously, who isn't at the moment? So just ignore my voice if you can. So I'm going to start with the ice cream. Like I mentioned before, I found the Ben & Jerry's, which I can't remember how much it was, but I'll pop it on the screen. And then I turned around and found this, which was a fraction of the price. Again, I'll put the prices side by side on the screen. It annoys me when this bit's not in line with this bit, because then I want to show you, yeah. So yeah, here's the prices side by side, same size. This one might even be a bit bigger. It looks a bit bigger. So yeah, I thought I'm going to give them a go a little bit later or maybe tomorrow, depending on, I've got work now today, so I might do it tomorrow and give you guys a review in this video, so stick around for that. So I'm going to pop them back in the freezer in a second. But yeah, first off, bargain, I think, and I'm really hoping that cookie dough gelati one is nice. It looks good. Branding and everything looks cool, so we shall see. Another frozen bit. I got some sweet potato fries because don't know about you guys. I like having potato wedges, but we don't often have sweet potatoes that aren't frozen into chunks, if that makes sense. So I thought to save having to run out and go and grab one every now and then, I just buy some sweet potato fries that are in the freezer. And then, because I only want like a few, because I like a mixture, I don't like just sweet potato fries. So yeah, I thought I'd try them out. They weren't too expensive. Again, I put the price on the screen for all of these items, so it should pop at some point while I'm talking about the item. And then I also bought some garlic baguettes. These are frozen as well. I thought it said Krispy Kreme. Doesn't that look like the Krispy Kreme logo? Yeah, I just bought them for the freezer because it's nice when you're having pasta or spaghetti or something, just to have a bit of garlic bread with it. And now on to the chicken. So I saw this online. I was going to go to Booker's and get like loads of chicken, and I saw this online. I think it's a similar price. So this was like £10 or something. And I thought actually that would last us quite a long time because I don't really eat chicken anymore. So it's sort of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 meals there for £10, which I'll do the division and put it on the screen because I can't do that in my head. And I thought I'd give it a go because I'm trying to eat a lot less chicken. I'm going to be having chickpeas instead of chicken. So that should last us a little while, and I can always go back and get more, or I can go to Booker's. So I thought we'd just give it a go. Just another option if you are on a tighter budget. Chicken thighs are usually a lot cheaper. I know it's got the bone and skin and everything on, but yeah, if we want a meal, a cheap meal, just put some potatoes on. Even if you wanted a roast dinner, just get some chicken thighs. It's a lot easier if there's only a couple of you to just cook some chicken thighs than to cook a whole chicken, and it's a lot cheaper, like I said. So definitely worth looking at getting chicken thighs instead of chicken breasts if that is something, you know, you're looking at budget wise. Or even cheaper, just go vegetarian. Chickpeas are 30p a tin, and that does me. So it's actually crazy, the difference. But obviously chickpeas aren't chicken, so if you want chicken, just get chicken. But yeah, sorry, I'm rambling. It's a lot cheaper being vegetarian. Maybe I'll do another video about that, about the comparison. But I'm going to be using this for a curry on Sunday. I'm going to make it tomorrow. And then I'm going to split the sauce up and then do my half with chickpeas. So maybe I'll do a price comparison over on my Instagram. If you want to follow me, I'm going to pop it on the screen, because I do just put some extra stuff on there, and just see what I'm up to, really. What else? Ooh, mushrooms. So the mushrooms weren't that cheap. I mean, it's huge. Ignore this label, because I'll get to that in a second. I think this was like £1 something before. And then I went over to so I picked one up. And then I went over to the fridges and stuff, and I saw this in there. So always keep an eye on the waste not reduced stuff, because they were 20p for a pack that was over £1 before, and they actually look fine. Like, even with mushrooms, if some of them are a bit gammy, you just peel them. So I had to get them because they're perfect. So I'm going to use them. We're going to do a sausage casserole tomorrow, so I'm going to use them for that. Another thing for the fridge, we've got some ham. I will put price difference because I really wanted to know for myself how much the Morrisons one was, because we get this all the time. It might be that this is more expensive, so I'll put them side by side. And yeah, I'm quite interested to see this. Sorry, editing Evie, but I want to know. Yeah, it's quite a big pack. It's 400 grams worth, so that should last us a little while. And I also got Greek-style salad cheese, aka feta. I really don't understand why they can't call it feta. Do you think it's like vegan? No, it contains milk. Very weird. If anyone knows why they can't call it feta, can you tell me? Because I saw it and I was like, this is definitely feta. Why doesn't it say feta? Yeah, I got that to go with these lovely babies. And pasta. So I do a really nice recipe, which I will link for you down below because I put it on my website. Obviously, you've probably seen the TikTok craze about feta tomato pasta in the oven, and it is amazing. So 100% jump on that bandwagon, because it took me a while and I really wish I'd jumped on it sooner. So yeah, I thought I'd buy one of them because they last quite a long time, I think. Keep refrigerated, used by, yeah, I assume it just literally lasts until 2022. So I can keep that in the fridge. And I got loads of tomatoes, which were nice and cheap as well. So before I go on to this stuff, I'm just going to whack everything back in the fridge and freezer, and then I'll come back to you with all of the stuff that doesn't have to be kept cold. Okay, now I put everything away, I'm just going to go through all of the bits and bobs that I got that aren't going to melt or die. Well, we'll see. I got some basil because it was really cheap. And I've run out of pesto, so I thought I'd make some more of my homemade pesto. Again, I'll link the recipe down below because it is a proper good one. Like, I don't want to be big-headed, but yeah, it's great. So I thought I'd just buy a large pot of basil. What else? We'll do vegetables. No, I'll just go around. So I'm going to do a taste test in a little bit. Maybe today, probably today. I don't think I'm going to be able to resist them. But I thought I'd buy a few things from the bakery because they're like literally 40, 50p each, which is absolutely crazy. So you could really have a field day, especially if you're on a budget and you've got people coming over. Just grab a few pastries because it looks proper good, and it's, you know, a bargain. So I'm going to try. I've never tried one of these massive pretzels. For me, pretzels are those tiny weeny ones that are crunchy. But in America, I know I always see these like massive doughy ones, and I've really wanted to try them. So I thought, let's grab one of them because it is actually humongous. Obviously, you can't beat a classic chocolate chip cookie. So I thought I wanted to try that out of curiosity. If ever I want cookies, I might be able to go there. And my favourite pastry is this pecan plat. Yeah, I don't really know what's in it, to be honest, but it's bloody good. Well, usually they are. TBC, I will be doing a review shortly when I try a gold blend coffee, which is obviously a knockoff of Nescafe, or is it Nescafe? Yeah, it's obviously a knockoff of a Nescafe gold blend. But like most of these things, it is a fraction of the price, so I thought I'd give it a go and I'll let you guys know what I think of it. Talking about knockoffs, I absolutely love Pringles and the Texas barbecue flavour, and me and my boyfriend love them. So we'll see, maybe they're horrible. But I'll review them shortly, I'm sure. Maybe, no, not tonight, I've got to work. Tomorrow, I'll give it all a try tomorrow. I also bought my dad a loaf of bread, which is just a seeded wholemeal one, which he usually gets from Morrisons. It's not branded similar, so it's not like directly trying to knock it off, but I mean, it looks quite similar. It's got all these seeds on top, so hopefully it's just as yummy, and it does look quite nice and big as well. I got some carrots because, I don't know, I've been really craving carrots at the moment. It's getting colder, so we're going to have a lot more roast dinners, and Dad likes them with roast dinner, so I thought I'd get a few of them because they're really cheap, and they just keep in the fridge for ages, so it's not really something I usually buy frozen. Like I mentioned before, I got my baby plum tomatoes. My dad likes them in sandwiches, and I absolutely love them with pasta, so I thought I'd get 2 packs of them because they looked really good and really affordable as well. I got 2 bags of red onions because, I mean, check out the video above and I'll link it down below as well. I freeze all of my onions and peppers, and everything that I can freeze, I freeze it. So I just buy 2 massive bags and then I can freeze them and they'll last forever. I'll show you now, actually. There is my onions that I cut up last week, and I got some peppers as well. Right, now, baking potatoes. I took a little while to choose my potatoes because all of the sort of big bags of potatoes that weren't baking potatoes all looked really small, like they could be even new potatoes. Like, they just seemed to not be very big. And I like a good jacket potato. Even that's quite small. So I decided to go for baking potatoes because I thought the majority of them should be bigger. It was a bit more expensive, but we shall see. I'd say potatoes is one thing that maybe Lidl was lacking in a little bit. Like, the salad and everything looked amazing. The herbs, the tomatoes, all of their vegetables looked so good and fresh. But the potatoes, maybe it's just to do with this season, like the crops and everything. Well, oh no, they're from Yorkshire, lovely. Yeah, maybe it's something to do with the harvest this year. Maybe they're all just a lot smaller, I don't know. But yeah, it was just, I found it quite difficult to find big ones, and I don't really like paying for them like one for 40p kind of thing. I like to buy a bag because we don't always use them as jackets. So if we want to use mash, I don't really want to use a potato that's worth 40p to put into a mashed potato when it could have used loads of little rubbish ones. If that makes sense. I don't know. I'm thrifty. I'm not cheap. I mean, I'm both, but I don't think I actually mentioned the chickpeas. These are chickpeas, 30p each, which is a bargain, and I have them with a lot of stuff. I've just found a recipe for Chickpea Tuna, which is obviously fish free, and it was so good. So I'll link that below or above or whatever as well. I put it in loads of curries. So like I said, I'm making a curry tomorrow ready for the weekend. And instead of chicken in my bit, I'm just going to put chickpeas because it's just as nice. You know, you still get the saucy flavour, but you don't have the chicken. And it's actually a lot cheaper. So chickpeas is definitely a cupboard staple I would recommend everyone have, because also you can just bulk things out. So even if you were having a chicken curry and you wanted to just use 2 chicken breasts, you could add a tin of chickpeas, and then it sort of feels like you've got a lot more in there. I don't think that would fly in my house, but that's just an option. You know, if you've got kids and stuff, they probably won't care, or don't tell them, they probably wouldn't even know. So yeah, just an option to make things cheaper. Or if you're going vegetarian, I use this instead of chicken all the time. Right, now on to pasta. So we have been eating a lot of pasta recently, so we're running out. So I thought I'd try this Fusilli pasta. We usually get a massive bag from Morrisons, so I'll put the price here for that one. 500 grams, that'll do us for about 1 meal, maybe 1 and a bit. But yeah, I thought I'd just grab some just for price comparison, and we need it anyway. Pepsi Max, my boyfriend absolutely loves it, so I thought I'd get him a bottle of that. I don't know if it's cheaper than at Morrisons, I wasn't really paying attention to that. But I'll put the price here and here or whatever. Yeah, but I just thought I'd buy it for him because I didn't really care about the price. And then Jaffa cakes. Towergate, is that legit or are these fake? They must be fake, surely. How are they allowed to call them Jaffa cakes though? Wait. I've got some. What? Oh yeah, McVitie's. Oh wow. I honestly thought that Jaffa Cakes had just rebranded, and I thought that these were legit Jaffa Cakes. No, they're not. The original. These are not the original. Oh no, real orange, sorry. Yeah, but they were quite cheap, so I thought I'd get them, and there's so many in there, 24 compared to this 18, which is even a big pack. Usually it's like 10, so I thought, yeah, that'll see us through the weekend. But yeah, I'm always one for a bargain for trying, like, non-branded items, because more often than not, they're the same bloody thing. Like, they taste exactly the same, and they're a quarter of the price. So I'm very excited to try the coffee, because I think, honestly, you're not going to taste the difference. And also the Texas barbecue crisps, but I feel like you might be able to taste the difference with them. Okay, I think that is everything, guys. So I'm just going to flip the camera back round so you can see my lovely face again, and I will let you know what's happening next. Right, now I've showed you guys what I have bought. I'm basically going to explain what we're going to have for dinner this week. So I did a meal plan the other day, and basically we were going to have fetas tonight, but I'm now working, so we're not going to do that. They're just going to have like freezer meals, so chicken nuggets and chips, that kind of thing, or like a sandwich or pasta, whatever, or maybe there's leftovers. And then I've got a curry, which is so good. My sweet potato satay curry, which I'll link down below, is a really good one. I keep it in the freezer in portions, so I'm just taking that to work with me today. So it's a nice quick ready meal basically, but it's, I'd say healthy, but it's got like half a jar of peanuts in, peanut butter. Yeah, so we're going to do that, and then tomorrow we're going to do a slow cooker sausage casserole, which I will link below as well, which I've just got some sausages out for. We've got those mushrooms we're going to use, probably going to use the potatoes, have some mash or jackets with them. And then tomorrow I'm going to be making a curry for Sunday. So I'm working Saturday and Sunday this week, and I finish at like 6:15 or something stupid. So I don't really have time to cook afterwards, because I don't like to eat that late. And I don't really want to eat dinner at work, because that's when we're closing up and it gets busy. So what I'm going to do, because I'm off tomorrow, I'm just going to cook Sunday night's dinner tomorrow, leave it in the fridge, and then maybe the guys can cook the rice on Sunday before I get home, and then it's all sorted. And I'm also going to portion some of that out so that I can have that for the next week at work. So just really trying to be smart with how I plan out my meals and stuff. I'm going to link a video up above where I basically meal plan and show you guys how I plan my meals and shelf cook and everything. I think alongside this it would go really well, because it's basically what I've done this week and what I do quite often. So I've basically planned all my meals in advance to see what we've got, and then in Lidl all I needed was a couple of extra bits. I didn't need very much, to be honest. And yeah, using our pantry, we've got so much food already that we can make sausage casserole, we can make a curry, we could make fajitas if we wanted to and I wasn't working. So it just makes life a lot easier, and you're having to spend a lot less on your weekly shop if you just keep stocked up. So definitely check that video out after you finish watching this one, obviously, because I think it'll be really useful. It's definitely something that I'm glad I learned, and something that is definitely saving us money. Okay, I'm going to stop talking now because my arms are aching from holding this camera up. And we're just going to jump into doing reviews of the items I bought. So we're going to start with the coffee and pastry, which I'm going to have now for breakfast. And then we've obviously got the barbecue Pringles, and the ice creams, which I'm really excited for.